My name is Johnny Scoville. I have issues, and this is Chase the Heat. First challenge of the weekend. There will be 3 more. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to answer some 5 questions that I have been getting asked a lot, that some of you may want answers to. Some of you may have heard these answers already, some of you may not. And then I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to hopefully under promise and over deliver. All right, so the first portion of the challenge is going to be, what is that? 6 hot balls. You'll see, people, freshly sealed. I have prepared a statement. Man, I really haven't. They prepared a statement for me. All right. I, Johnny Scoville, am over 18 years of age. Clearly. I am of sound mind. Thank you. And I have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire and their suppliers and manufacturers will under no circumstances be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming that product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this fact without question. All right, so we have 6 balls and I have 5 questions. Man, I want to take my hands out of the frame of. That's my problem, man. You know what I'm going to do before this thing even gets started? You don't need to have that much headspace. Goodness gracious. There, that's a little better, huh? Okay, rules for 6 hot balls. You have 1 minute per ball, and then a 5-minute suffer session. Let's go to the stopwatch, or timer, I mean. We'll go to 1 minute. In the camera. All right, guys, I'm Johnny Scoville. I have issues. This is Chase the Heat. Hot already. All right, first question. I didn't put down the names of who asked the question because they've been asked by so many people. First question, I'm asked this a lot. What got me into spicy stuff? I really don't know what year it was. I was little. The first pepper I probably ate was a pepperoncini, and I was in single digits. I was not 10 yet. Papa Scoville, my dad, just a wonderful, amazing human being. He was a giant of a man. He was big, 6'4". Kind of shrunk as he got older, but I just looked up to him in such a big way. He cast a huge shadow. So anything that man was into, I was the oldest son. I was like, you're into it? I'm into it. My dad loved pepperoncinis, and I was like, man, if he likes pepperoncinis, man, I want to like those things. Let me have one. And that's what started it. All right, so there's the first question. We're about to see if my mute's off. It is. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the second ball. You know what I mean about that, though? Your dad's into something, or somebody you look up to when you're little, you're like, man, I want to emulate my dad. I'm a lousy rendition of him. He's the gold standard. All right, what is the hottest thing that I've ever eaten? It's already getting really hot. The hottest thing that I have ever eaten by numbers, by Scoville, it's 16 million Scoville heat units. And what I know for sure is, because it's not really, you can buy 16 million Scoville from a company, It's like anything else. It's not 100% pure. The stuff we get is like 98.6% pure. So the hottest thing that I know for sure I've ingested is somewhere in the like 15.8 million, pretty close to 16 million Scoville heat units. And that's the hottest thing by SHU, Scoville heat units. Now, what's the one that hurt me the most is a different story. And that wasn't one of the questions, but I might answer that. In fact, I'll answer that next, otherwise I'll forget to answer it. The hottest, what hurt me the most. Okay. Moving on to ball number 3. These are where they get hotter. You can immediately notice a huge jump between the second and the third. All right, the challenge that hurt me the most, though, it wasn't something that was 16 million. Just recently I put peach rings in 16 million Scoville crystals in it. But the challenge that hurt me the most was plutonium. In part because it's just so hot, I ingested so much of it, and the first time I did it, I wasn't ready. I don't think you're ever ready to do a whole bottle of that, but that was one that hurt me the most. I never went to the hospital because of something spicy, but I came close. On the second time I did plutonium, I had cap cramps for the first wave. Came in and locked up and stayed like that for 16 hours, and I'm not kidding. I am serious. For 3 days, I was sick for that one. So the ones that hurt the most have been the plutonium. Ironically, the last time I did it was on my 1 year of sobriety, a couple years ago, and a year and a half ago, and I was ready for that one. I even gargled that one. I was ready for that one. Here we go. Now, what's the hottest pepper? It's kind of a 2 question. What's the hottest pepper I've eaten? What's the hottest pepper in the world? I've eaten just about every hot pepper. There are 5,000 plus different kinds of peppers, so I haven't eaten them all, clearly. Hot. The hottest pepper in the world, rated by the Guinness Book, is the Carolina Reaper. But the Guinness Book is merely a marketing company. There are peppers that are hotter. I've eaten plenty of them, actually. But the hottest pepper consistently for the last couple of years has been the Primatali. The Knife Shrew created it. My mouth is burning. Hot. The Primatali, last 2 years running, it's just, to me, it's so obviously hotter than any other thing I've ever eaten, as far as peppers. Just like that, instantly noticeable. I know a lot of people who agree, so. But now we're into, oh geez, we're getting to the last 2 balls are the ones that are really hot. Piping hot. The next question was, why am I moving to Australia? I'm moving to Australia because I'm in love. I'm in love with an amazing woman in Australia. Her name is Bree. She's a Chilean. Does what I do. She does on Facebook, sometimes on Instagram. We'll be going live on Instagram tonight, I think, depending on how I feel. But it's a girl I'm supposed to be with. No 2 ways about it. So I've had 4 plane tickets in the last 2 years. I've been trying for 2 straight years to get there. They're just not letting people in. The travel is open, but if you have diplomatic or it's not for normal travelers. So I'm not a documented worker and things like that. So, but that's the reason I'm moving, and I will do it when I get there. The channel will continue. It's just gonna be a whole lot more fun, a lot more variety of where we film and what we do. All right, here is the last one. 5 minutes. All right. My ears are burning. Just my tolerance has risen just in the last couple of days, so I'm not sure if this is going to give me much of an endorphin rush. I'm feeling flushed though, which is a good feeling. No, I'm definitely feeling it. It's just not a super strong one. All right, the last question was kind of interesting. I've been hit with it many times and thought it'd be a good time to address it. This one is, when am I going to retire? What is that going to look like? I don't know. Like, I don't know where the bus is going. I really don't. I have an idea. We're going to Australia and then around the world again as soon as COVID stops. But hot. But I don't know. You know, I've said, listen, when I started, I think if somebody starts, I've always felt this way, or not always, but I do now. If somebody starts a channel because they want to be rich and famous, you're going to fail. Because it takes such a long time to really make a name for yourself. And there's no money. You don't make any money when you first start. And most people are not willing to work really, really hard and give it their all with the idea that maybe it'll turn out good down the road. You know what I'm saying? So people that do it just for money will fail because it takes years to make any money. People that do it just to become famous will typically fail because it takes time. I'm telling you the truth now. When I started the channel, I did it just for fun. I did it because I wanted to have fun. So I thought that, I need to blow my nose. Ah, how cool is this? I started the channel just to have fun, and that's the gospel truth. I really did. I just did it for a good time. I never ever thought about making money at it. I never thought about, being famous. I mean, look, I spent my whole life trying to fly under the radar and not get noticed. Anybody who knows me for a long time will tell you that. So I didn't really want to be famous. I'm not famous. I'm kind of well known in the chili community, but it's a microscopic little fringe. Getting bigger all the time, but so I've achieved more out of this than I ever dreamed of. When I started the channel, I did it just because I wanted to grow the community. I wanted more people to be. It was fun. I love peppers. I love spicy. I wanted to turn more people onto it. So I've been been successful with that. There's a lot more people eating peppers now than there were before. But so because there's no end goal, there's no agenda. I'm just eating peppers. I can't imagine not getting up and doing a review. Hot. Because there's no real agenda, I don't really have a time, it's a 5-year mission to boldly eat what no other chili head has eaten before. I don't really have a set time, So I don't know. I've always said, I started doing this because it was fun. I've said this on the channel a ton of times. When it's no longer fun for me, I quit. And at that point, I'll quit. Well, right now, it's still a whole lot of fun for me. I can't imagine not doing this. So I don't... And quitting is a bad word. Retiring is probably a better word for it. I don't know. But, I don't know. I just can't imagine not doing this. It's like, this is how we commune. Like even though I'm filming this, it's not live. I kind of have that live feeling. I feel like all you guys are watching me right this second while I'm speaking. I know you're not. You're watching it after the fact, but that's why it feels intimate. It feels like, it's always felt like I'm talking to you. I don't know. So I don't know. Where was I? When am I going to retire? I don't know. I can't see why I would. It's just fun. And when I get to Australia, there's a million locations we're going to be going to do some really cool stuff to film that are just not available here. So it's going to be a very, very interesting channel when I get there. But I imagine it's going to go for another, we've done 5 years. In a way, it seems like I've been doing it forever, but another way, it sort of feels like I started yesterday. So I can't imagine stopping. So we're going to do another 5 years at least, But then you got to look at the health aspect. It's very healthy to eat chilies. Challenges are tough on the body. There are a lot of people that only want to see me do challenges. I'm approaching the 400th challenge. If all I did were challenges, I wouldn't have lasted as long as I've lasted. You know what I mean? It's tough on the body. All right. Now I'm going to do something interesting with you today. We're about to finish this. 5 minutes in the books. I'll show you the aftermath of how these challenges go. Right now, like, I'm very thirsty because of that. It was very hot, so I'm going to drink something right now. And I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. I figured I'd grab one that's difficult to open. Just a knucklehead. Alright, so, some people, I've never been a milk guy. I have milk in the fridge, but I use milk for one thing, cereal or coffee. I don't really drink milk. So after a challenge like this, if I'm reaching for something to kind of cool me down, I'm going to reach for a Scoville Slammer. That's right. This one is 146 out of 1,000. There's the matching card that goes with it. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. We're going to under-promise and over-deliver. Something in my eye. It's wrapped. You can see it. I'm going to drink this and do a 5-minute challenge and give you a twofer today. L'chaim. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat. All right. Now, where was I? I gotta figure out what to do with that. That's kind of cool. I like the fact that they have matching numbers for the bottles. 146, was that what it was? Yep, 146 with 1,000. So I gotta figure out something to do with this bottle. Love, isn't that crazy? That is a whole lot cooler looking than that. I look like Nosferatu in that. You guys know who Nosferatu is? Now my ears are buzzing. Do you guys know who Nosferatu is? When I was a kid, some of you may know. Most of you do. If you're real young, you don't. If you're older, you do. When I was a kid, I think every kid goes to that Dracula thing. Well, that's kind of cool. There's a Dracula. It's a thing. Then you realize that it's not something that just popped around, but vampires have been around forever. Along the lore, the folklore. Then you realize that it goes all the way back to Nosferatu. There's a Nosferatu. Then you see that guy, and it's like, if you don't know who I'm talking about, go Google it. First time I saw Nosferatu, I've never seen the movie. I've just seen that famous picture of him with the long fingers. Scared me to death. That's a scary looking creature, man. Man, you tell me I don't look a little bit like Nosferatu. In fact, here I'm going to do. Make this fun. We got a few minutes. We got 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. So check this out. Nosferatu. Let's see what this creep looks like. Nosferatu. Jeez. Man, see, I'm telling you, I look like Nosferatu. Say what you want. It is the absolute bitter truth. Oh, it's scary, man. Hold on. Here. Tell me you can't see the resemblance. That's Nosferatu. That's a scary looking vampire, man. I look a little bit like Nosferatu. It's not cool, man. It's like spooky. Then they changed Dracula and want to make him kind of like romantic and sexy. It's like, man, what's sexy about Nosferatu? It's supposed to be a scary demon. I think the power they had, they look at you and you see whatever they'd want you to see. I don't know. Who's your favorite vampire? What's your favorite horror? I'm kind of into horror movies. I dig them. I like being scared. I like throwing myself in scary situations. For the same reason I like throwing myself, I force heat on myself, deal with pain on my terms. Sometimes scary stuff happens. And I dig horror movies. Probably my favorite genre, really. Comedy's pretty great, though. All right, guys, we are down to 1 minute 35 seconds or so, we're going to put a fork in this twofer. Now, I'm going to be back tonight. Now, I want to tell you guys something. This is kind of cool. You need to stay tuned. I have probably, hang on. I think I have 4 more of these. I might do a giveaway with a full one. I'm going to figure out something to do with these. Give people that are interested a chance to win one of these, a bottle with a coinciding number that I drank on the show. You know, I could even sign it or something. That'd be kind of neat. So I'm going to figure out something to do with that. But I'm going to do a giveaway with a fresh bottle. I don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow, but stay tuned. I'll figure out how we're going to do it. But I've got one that I'm going to give away to somebody lucky. I don't know who it's going to be. All right, we're down to 45 seconds. It burned really bad at first when I drank it. But now, coupled with 6 hot balls, I've got this just super mellow feeling. My heat's probably only at like a 1 or 2 maybe. That's endorphins for you. That's my body saying, all right, he's in pain, let's help him out. But my body, I can't seem to communicate with my body is that that kind of pain is okay. Let it hang for a while before you throw me some relief. But it's trying to help me too soon some of the times. All right, we're down to 10 seconds, guys. I love you guys a lot. Join me tonight for late night snack time. There will be another challenge of this, I assure you. Boom. All right, people. So there's your twofer. Ha. Join me guys tonight. We're going to do a giveaway with one of these things. I love you guys. Be kind. Be kind to everybody. Below you'll see a link to my site. You can get, you can't get these, but you can get 6 hot balls and other such challenges. Right there's the pepper. Click the pepper when you do. You're on the bus. If you don't want to miss a video, click the bell for notification. When that drop box rolls down, select everything or all, whatever. But listen, you're on YouTube every day anyway. Stop by and see us so you don't miss anything. Right there is League of Fire. Man, League of Fire. More videos here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville. Less issues now. This was Chase the